Hello, beautiful Capricorn, and welcome to your intuitive love tarot that I promise that we're a few days late. So I hope that this resonates. I hope that the message sits well. I hope that it lends you some type of love and light and clarity, that there is some type of transmuting quality that's beautiful for you as you watch this reading. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment to support me. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. For those of you who continue to support me, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Today is special. We're doing intuitive tarot, so that means I'm going to share with you the messages that I receive as I pull these cards. I'm working with the She-Wolf Tarot today. I have all of the decks out here from Devaney Amber Wolf. I'm not associated. I just am geeked out on these decks, and you guys always ask me what decks are you using. So for those of you that don't know, I work with Vedic sidereal astrology, not tropical Western. So you're going to want to check out your chart and watch this from either your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Okay. If you're watching this from your sun, it's the soul knowing. From your moon, it's the thought process and your emotional self. If you're watching this from your rising, this is the 3D physical manifestation of your situation. And the Venus is specific to your love. So just sinking in, feeling the energy of the moon for me, so vibrant, so bright. Also feeling Jupiter. Oh, just lights me up with shivers. Capricorn, Capricorn. My moon's in Capricorn. I forgot for a moment. Now I remember. I feel like I'm just like shivering, glittering with the energy of the moon. I charged my crystals, and this moon in particular, I've had such a big shift in my own self. I had that 1111 portal, just crazy, beautiful shift amidst a lot of turmoil and challenge. There's just something so transcendent. So I hope that that meets you from the reading. I hope you catch that energy and that it lights you up too. So let's see. Beautiful Capricorns, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do you need to know about your intuitive love tarot? Let's see what's going on here. I'm seeing the snow. I'm seeing a blanket of snow. I'm seeing white. I'm seeing glittering, glistening. I'm seeing moonlight. I'm seeing spiritual waves. I'm seeing something like a North Star, looking out at a North Star, wondering when you will catch that light. When will it be my time to harvest that star? Cozy in bed under some blankets, feeling that turning inward of the winter energy, Capricorn. We have the Queen of Swords for your first card. So here you are, perched quietly, softly up in the clouds. The Queen of Swords is usually very sharp, but in this scenario, there's a softness to you, perhaps a grounded element that you're bringing, Capricorn, to this queen-like energy. There's something, in your life that you're just ready and willing to see the naked truth about. And so some of you are literally removing yourself from the situation, removing yourself from the drama, removing yourself from the intensity, from trying to analyze when you're right inside the chaos. And so you've taken a step back, and here you are perched in your ethereal space, whether this is going out, to somewhere where you can meditate, or somewhere where you can take some quiet time, perhaps a garden or some type of sanctuary. I don't know where you live. But this is removing yourself from the immediate emotional turmoil of a situation and taking a step back and honoring this softness. I feel like so much you need to give yourself permission to step outside to see the truth. And it's like you're looking for that divine energy. You're looking for the universe to give you a clue, to tell you something. How do I move forward from this? You've been so enveloped in the emotions for so long that it's been challenging to try and figure out what you need to do. And now you are stepping into your queendom. You're stepping into that energy of strength, and you're believing in yourself to be able to make the decisions that need to be made. And you're doing this from a place of wisdom and openness. You're just looking to see, what do the thoughts bring you when you're outside of the emotional embedding of the situation? How can I actually move through this? What is the wise thing to do? What is the right thing to do? What is the noble thing to do? What is the big picture that I'm not able to see when my heart is just being churned in this emotional vibration? How do I take this step out to find this truth, to navigate this truth that has been brewing, this truth that is trying so hard to come to the surface, but it's only when you step out that you're going to be able to see it. You have the Three of Cups. So I feel like right now you're taking this step back because you want this opportunity to celebrate. It's like 2019 has been such a fog, just like these clouds, such a fog. And right now you're praying to be able to enjoy something celebratory, perhaps uniting with a tribe of souls and individuals that can help guide you and help hold you and help raise your vibration so that you can accomplish the dreams that you want to, because you realize that the dream is actually joy. The dream isn't in all of these physical things. It isn't in all of these lists. It isn't in all of the agendas and the churning through of various different responsibilities. You realize that this celebration type of energy is missing from your life, and that's what you really, truly, honestly want. You want to celebrate. You want connection. That's what's missing. It's connection. It's like this essence, this flavor that you felt in your youth, to be able to be in a pack, in a circle of friends. But you've spent so much time thinking. You've spent so much time doing. You spent so much time trying to make everything perfect, trying to create and bring to life all of these beautiful ideas and knowings. But you've missed the celebration. And so it's like this echo in your heart right now. It's like this haunting thing that wants to be known. And you feel the intensity of Saturn, the intensity of all of the discipline and all of the lessons and all of the very orchestrated energies that have come about, that have been playing out in your life, feels like for over a decade. It feels like Saturn has had such a rule. That's the strictness, that the coldness, that has given you so much strength, and people notice these qualities within yourself, your ability to navigate things, your ability to break them down, your ability to have this kind of feverish, obsessive momentum to keep going on many tasks where people would have given up long ago. You have succeeded, and you have continued onward and forward, and you've done them. But now it feels isolating, it feels lonely, and it's very new. It's all of a sudden, where there was black and white, now there's an semblance of color. There's a yellow that wants to come in. There's sunshine that wants to be known. It's like these clouds, as beautiful, as fluffy as they are, as much as you can step back from the situation to try and untangle the emotional eruptions that are continuously happening in your environment, it's because there's a clash of this coldness. There's a clash of this cold planetary aspect of self that gives you the drive. It's clashing with your heart. And so what's happening is this inner situation is mirroring itself in your environment. The Seven of Swords in reverse, I feel like it's you. You know, this mirror has displayed this aspect of personality, this aspect of yourself has been dissociated, segmented, broken into all of these different mirrors, all of these different pieces, and you haven't been able to see yourself. You haven't been able to understand or articulate how you got segmented into all of these different pieces. Like, how are there so many different versions of yourself that you can't seem to piece together? You know, but you're understanding now that you're feeling this element of needing your tribe, needing this celebratory energy, parts of you are coming back into wholeness. And I sense that, like, the very nature, the very idea of love blooms because of taking this time to step back, this time to have this awakening, this epiphany about the lack of celebration, of joy, of just sweetness, you know, enjoying breaking bread with somebody, enjoying a meal, enjoying something simple and something playful, as much as even hanging out with people and embracing and having a hug, these types of things. So the Ace of Cups, this is your treasure. This is your self-love blooming. And this, Capricorn, is the energy that is most important for you to know, for you to focus, for you to feel, for you to start to invest in, because as you start to fill this cup of yours, as you start to walk towards self-love and realizing that this is necessary to actually enjoy, to actually participate in celebration, that is what is going to stoke, you know, this luminous type of energy, bringing the sunshine, bringing the heat, the fire, the warmth. You know, there's been a warmth that's been missing. It's just like having the cold laden earth. As beautiful as the earth is, we need the sun. And I think that that is the divine kind of message here. That sun entering into your life fills your cup. And as soon as your cup starts to be filled, it's like there's this remembrance inside of you of how powerful love is. And I just see somebody just standing there, you know, right now in the middle of their life, in the middle of their room, in the middle of whatever is going on. And it's like all of what was chaos, all of what you were resisting, all of what seemed like a burden of responsibility drops. And all of a sudden, you are seeing love in these people, these characters in your life, whether it's family, children, a spouse, friends, neighbors, clients, whatever, whoever. The paradigm just shifted. It was like nothing needed to change in your external environment as much as this realization and awakening for that lack of warmth that was missing internally, because there was such a heavy focus and concentration that was taking you out of the heart center. And when your heart center wasn't rooted, emotions became very entangled, and there was a clash between your inner self, between your thoughts and your heart. It's like not giving yourself permission to celebrate. When did that happen in your life that you decided that in order for you to be deemed as good and worthy in this world, did you decide that you weren't allowed to celebrate, that you weren't allowed to feel the warmth of embrace and just enjoy it for that without having to do, without having to be, without having to be all of this productivity and all of these things. You have the Death card in reverse. It's like, boom, just like that. You feel this transformation all throughout you with this realization. It's like a softness that keeps growing, a softness in your soul, in the air, in the energy around you. It's permeating. It's stillness. And you're like, you're right there. You're seeing it. You are those clouds. You are that wisdom inside the Queen of Swords who's been able to remove herself from the entanglement. And through that, it's just like a mom witnessing the silliness that can make a child's life feel like everything's turned upside down. And you can look and you can say, I know how to fix that toy. I know how to make that bed. I know how to clean up that mess. It's not that big of a deal. And it's almost like a smile to yourself, like a mother to your inner child, or a father to your inner child. And there's this security in something stable, some type of stability in relationship. There's a surrendering to it. They're seeing that there is like this trinity, you know, there's the body, the soul, the mind, and just this opening to a cosmic nature that is bigger than what you've experienced before. You're no longer confused. You're no longer worried about the different choices that you have to make because it feels just so simple now. It feels like you know exactly what it is that you need to make this union stable. And there is like an awakened fire, you know, in terms of the strength that you bring to the situation, in terms of your ability to refuel this passion in your life, in your relationship, in your desire for relationship. It's that lust for life comes back. Where there was coldness, there's now warmth. And, you know, it's a new opportunity to move forward. It's like a new start. And you finish with the Magician. You're able to manifest. But now you're going to manifest beautiful things because you're coming from a place of stillness. It's like an acceptance for what is. The real magician is seeing that in every one situation, there are multiple lenses, just like the prism of a crystal, the way that it's reflected in the glass. It's always the same, but depending on how we allow the light to shine through, we'll see the various prisms, the various colors, the many dimensions of this one singular thing. And so you have this illumination, and it's going to affect every aspect of your life. But love is manifest in the openness. Love is manifest in faith, something that you haven't touched or kissed in a long time because things have been so mechanical and so cold and so burnt out and so burdened and so responsible. And all of a sudden, the sun comes in, the warmth hits you, and you realize you do deserve to celebrate. And that's where the enlightenment comes for you, Capricorn. So much love to you, beautiful souls. If this resonated, if you enjoyed this reading, please support me by liking and subscribing. Say hi in the comments. Hello there, Frost Winters. Nice to meet you. So I appreciate each and every single one of you. I really, really do. And I really hope that this transfers something beautiful and that you take something light and wonderful from this, because it feels so beautiful. It feels so light. It's just, yeah, amazing. So I will see you guys soon. If you guys are interested in a reading, you can check out my website, sensual-mystic.com. Thanks.